Good morning, everybody. It is Thursday, November 7th, and it's 3:28 a.m. And I'm getting ready to leave my apartment and go to Florida. We are taking our first road trip, me and the boys alone, and this will be Jerome's first time away from the boys. So I am a little nervous. It's a 14-hour drive, but we are gonna do it. There's Jerome there. He's sending us off. All right, y'all. I will see you when we're on the road. Bye. Hey, everyone. It is currently 5:13 a.m. and I have been driving for about an hour and 50 minutes. Just call it 2 hours. And I am currently close to Richmond, Virginia. So far the twins are still asleep, thankfully. We fed them around 2:30, so I'm thinking by the time sun rises at 6:30 a.m., then they should be getting up to feed. Everybody knows that babies, get tired or sleep or relaxed when the car is moving, so I don't want to let them go too long between feeds without feeding them. So yeah, I stopped to get a coffee from McDonald's. They open I think at 5, just to prevent me from being tired, give me that little caffeine boost. So yeah, like I said, close to Richmond, about 10 miles out from Richmond. Still sunset. We did have the daylight savings time. We fell back, so we're an hour back. But yeah, just gonna drink my coffee, listen to some good music, and keep this party rolling until sunrise, and it's time to feed them. So we don't want to do the distracted driving thing around here. So I'm gonna check back in with you guys when it's time to feed the twinsies. Bye-bye. Alright, I have stopped, and as you guys can see, I'm right on the border of North Carolina. So I stopped, like I said in the last clip, I stopped because I'm going to get some gas, feed the boys, and get some Red Bulls and stuff, and then we're going to start again. And y'all, don't criticize this rag on my head, okay? Because I got my rollers in, and it's only 6 o'clock in the morning, so don't call me ratchet, okay? So I'm going to fill up now. Guys, so remember... Okay, guys, so remember how smoothly it was going in the last clip? Yeah, and now you see I'm sweating and everything has just gone to shits. So, to start, right, I'm in this little country town right on the border of Virginia and North Carolina, okay? So I go into the gas station, and there's only one attendant there, and he's making sandwiches and breakfast as well as checking people out. And so all I wanted was gas and Red Bull, right? But you had to wait in the line for him preparing food for all the truckers, right? And then also there's no self-checkout, and there's no other attendant. So I'm like, okay, well, while I'm here and I have to wait in this line, I might as well get the twins out the car, right, and feed them and change them. So I asked the guy, is there a restroom here with a baby changing table? And he said, yes, in the women's restroom. And I'm like, okay, cool. Are you sure? He's like, yeah, I work here every day. There's definitely a changing table. Wrong. So I go out, I put the twins in their stroller, and I go in there, okay? There's no freaking changing table in there. The restroom is 5 feet wide, and so the double stroller can barely fit in the restroom to begin with, and it's dirty as hell. And I'm like, hell no, I'm not bringing my babies in this dirty ass restroom. Yes. I don't even know who this is. Oh, Jaden. Okay. So yeah, so I'm like, okay. So I grabbed 2 Red Bulls. I waited in the line. None of the guys helped me like open the door or anything. And I don't know if that's like chivalry is dead, but I'm like, you see me with this big ass stroller. You see I'm by myself. Why wouldn't you open the door? Okay, nevertheless, I get my things. I put the twins back in the car and I get the gas. This is the highlight. Shout out to my husband, Jerome, who packed the car so excellently this morning, right? Because he put everything in there perfect. Now me, I try to put the stroller back the same way that he had it, but some type of way, the stroller got hooked into the car trunk, and when I tried to pull it out, like, it wouldn't come out, so I just kept pulling. Okay, long story short, I bent the back of the stroller, the second car seat, and now it won't go back to its original fold-up position. And I'm so pissed because that stroller is like my lifeblood, essentially. Like, I use that stroller everywhere we go. When I exercise in the morning, I use it when we go to like the bank, I use it in the mall. Like, I use that stroller legitimately all the time, and it goes perfectly with our car seats. And if that stroller is broken for real, I am going to be pissed the fuck off. And like, I don't want to try to fix it right here because I'm going to lose a lot of the momentum and steam I have going with driving. So I asked the guy, can you please help me put this back into the trunk? And he did, thank God. But like, I am really pissed off about that. So I'm like, I'm just going to feed them in my hand. As you can see, I just pulled over at this gas station in some random spot, and I'm like, you know what, I'm just going to feed them right here, and then I'm just going to keep on going, and I'm just going to try to fix it later. So anyway, that is my rant right now. I'm really pissed about that stroller, about not having a baby baby changing table in the restroom. And like, I really felt like the first 3 hours of this trip was going really well and I was doing a really good job. But now I'm like, wow, if I really broke that stroller, I'm going to be really sad about that. So I'm just hoping somebody can fix it for me when I get to Florida, because that would be nice. So anyway, I'm feeding the boys. It's 6:49 a.m. and I've just wasted 30 minutes and possibly hundreds of dollars on that stroller. But it's okay. At least we're alive. So that's the vlog. I'm gonna end this clip here, and Jaden's eating. I use these Similac ready to feed bottles when we're traveling, so I don't have to like mix any formula, because it's literally ready to feed. And I split the bottle. This bottle's 8 ounces, and I split it into 4 ounces, 4 ounces, and then I just pop like I got these nipples from the hospital, to be honest, when they were born. I like these nipples. They're easy to use. So I just pop the 4 ounces in another bottle and then leave the remaining 4 ounces in here. And I just feed it to them, burp them, and then we're good to go. So I'm going to see you guys in the next video, because not only did all of that just happen, but Jaden also puked on me. Yay. Happy times. Right? Happy. Okay. That just adds to it, but it's okay. It's just puke. Right, Jaden? He's like, yeah. Okay, there's the welcome to North Carolina state line. So we just made it. Okay, what is this trip now? So we just made it to North Carolina. There's the welcome center. Woohoo! Alright, I am gonna check back in with you guys soon. We're gonna keep on trucking. Okay, y'all, I had to come on here and talk to you real quick because I had to know if I'm the weird one or what. So I'm driving, right, listening to some music. Next to You by Mike Jones comes on. That's an oldie but goodie, so don't judge me. Alright, in the song, he's like, I know, because Lil Mama gonna hold Big Daddy down. And I'm like, wait a minute. And I thought about it, because, long drive, so I'm doing a lot of thinking. And I kind of find it weird for a woman to call her spouse someone that she's intimate with daddy. Do you guys think it's weird? Knowing that a daddy is a father, why would you call your spouse daddy? What is that insinuating? Like, I just think it's kind of weird. I would never call a man daddy. I have a father. You're not my father. I don't know. I just think it's kind of weird and almost kind of like, I don't know. It just kind of screams like incest, pedophile. I don't know. So you guys comment down below and let me know what you think about it. Am I the weird one? Like, I hear people say zaddy, and I mean, that's kind of better. But, like, do you call your spouse daddy? And then if you do you go as far as to say dad, father? Like, what makes saying daddy okay? So, you guys let me know. Maybe I'm being, like, too dramatic, but I know people say, like, dad shorts and dad hat. And it's kind of saying, like, these are the clothes that your father would wear, as in you're, like, biological father, like old man stuff. So is daddy like, like, you guys let me know. I might be thinking too deep because I'm on this long road trip alone, but please let me know what you guys think about that. Okay, I am officially in South Carolina. Yay! And we're passing south of the border to my left, and it's literally south of the border, like right after the border. And it's basically like an amusement park mixed with a hotel. They have all kind of fun things like mini golf, bowling, restaurants, attractions. I stopped there before when we first moved to Virginia, and I thought it was kind of cool. It was during the pandemic, so there wasn't a lot of people there, but I'm sure more people are going now. So yeah, I'm in South Carolina. So far, I left Virginia, went through North Carolina, now I'm in South Carolina. I have to go through South Carolina, then parts of Georgia, and then cross over into Florida. So I fed the boys around 9:30. It's now 10:45. So I'm gonna try to feed them when I also need gas, because I've got about 3/4 of a tank. So I'm thinking by the time I get to a quarter tank, I can stop, get gas. I use the restroom, change them, and then feed them, and then we're off again. So I'll see you guys in my next clip. Alright, everybody, I am still in South Carolina. I stopped at Starbucks to get some caffeine, and I have Jaden here because he was crying, and I have them a little too warmly dressed because it is hot as the devil here. But at least in the car, they're in a controlled environment. So I'm just stopping to let him get some breeze. Me get some caffeine. I got the sugar almond latte. I never had that before. But I wanted to try something new. Right, Jaden? So we're going to go ahead and head out. I mean, there's a Waffle House there. I haven't been to Waffle House in years. You guys comment down below if there's a Waffle House where you live. It's so delicious. I love it more than I have, to be honest. But okay, we've got to go. Okay, guys. So as you can see from my shirt, oh, so disgusting. I've been puked on, peed on, screamed at, all by these two little boys right here. So it's currently, what time is it? 8:34, and I just couldn't go anymore. Like, I had to stop. So we left at 3:30, and I've been 3:30 a.m. mind you, and I've been driving straight through since then, only stopping to feed, burp, gas, and food, right? So 3:30 up to like 7 o'clock. So that's, I don't know, close to 16 hours. And the last hour, they've been crying non-stop. Like, crazy crying. To the point where, like, I pull over, I console them, I do all that stuff, and they're, like, still crying. Like, I burp them, I do all these things, and they're, like, still crying. So me and Jerome just said, you know what, because I called him, and we were just like, you know what, I need to stop because they have to be tired. They've been sitting in the same position all day, 16 hours. This is the longest time they've ever driven as well, and I'm tired, so now that I brought them in here, gave them like a little wipe off and changed their clothes, I'm getting like smiles and laughs and all kind of stuff. So they're all happy now. So I stopped, and I just was like, you know what? I need to stop because it got to the point where I was getting really tired, and I don't want to be a distracted driver, especially when I have them in the car with me. So I'm like, you know what? Let me just get off here. So I just pulled off the closest exit. I have no idea where I'm at, to be honest. And I just looked for the closest hotel, and I just came and I was like, you know what? Just check me in. So I'm here now at a hotel in Jacksonville. And so we're going to stay the night and probably leave early in the morning, like 5 or so, and just drive up to West Palm. So that's a 4-hour drive that we have left. Literally 3 hours, 58 minutes. So we're going to do this again in the morning, okay? So I will talk to you guys in the morning. Say goodnight. Say goodnight. Okay. Alright, so we are leaving. It's currently 6:28 a.m. and we're in Jacksonville, so we got about 4 hours to go. And if you can see here, it says home, 10 hours and 15 minutes. So it's usually about 14 hours to get from DMV to South Florida. So we're gonna leave now. The boys are back there. One's sleeping. The other is kind of just looking in the mirror. But I've already changed them, fed them, and, put on their new clothes. So they should be good. I'm not even going to stop and get breakfast. I'm just going to go, and then when I get gas, then I'll probably get some breakfast because I'm not really hungry or tired. So anyway, see you guys in the next clip.